Hey guys, Gable the Strategist here, and today we are playing Red Steve. This is a horror map made by Steve Enderlight, or Enderlight Steve. Uh, Basically, this is a horror map about a creepy pasta named Red Steve, which if you don't know what Red Steve is, it is essentially just Red Steve. And they live in the Nether. I'm very familiar with like the Steve's creepypasta. I know there's Red Steve, there's Green Steve, Blue Steve, and Yellow Steve, I'm pretty sure. Blue Steve is basically blue, Green Steve is green, and Yellow Steve is yellow. Um, what else? I know Green Steve, you have to use a desert temple to summon him. Yellow Steve, I'm not too sure about, or Red Steve, or even Blue Steve. You can look up their summoning conditions online. I also know there is Alec, there's Alex Brine, and Hero Brine. What else? What other Minecraft creepypastas are there? I know there's Red Moon, or the Lunar Moon, or whatever it's called. And then there's the Red Sun creepypastas. There's a lot of creepypastas for Minecraft. Like, holy shit. You can probably look up all creepypastas online. I got this map on mcep.com, which you can go check out. If you don't know what that site is, it's a basically you can download things like Minecraft maps, what else? Minecraft maps, add-ons, mods, plugins, texture packs, basically anything you might need for the game. Uh, Got some water. Okay, so not too bad. Um, so far I haven't seen any Red Steves. Although, fun fact, back in like the early versions of Minecraft before like Netherite was a armor, I actually did encounter a creepypasta of my own. Basically, I was playing on a cursed seed, and this might sound tacky, but it really isn't. Essentially, well, it wasn't a cursed seed, more of a cursed world. Basically, the world was uploaded by a guy who is supposedly dead. Like, he had died before he could upload the world, but somehow it got uploaded anyway. And basically, he had built stuff on that world. But when you go to recreate the world, you find that the seed doesn't really work as intended, as the seed on in the world is a giant continent, but the seed, when recreated, is a small island near a mesa, which you aren't near a mesa in the curse when you get the world. You're in a plains biome on a ladder, which leads me to think that maybe the guy died climbing a ladder or something. But supposedly that's what the lore of the world is the guy died while trying to upload it. And funny enough, I actually have a speculation to what his gamer tag is. I'm not going to tell anyone because I'm not too sure, but there are 3 gamer tags on like the world that you can get. That if you look in the files, you can see like, okay, so these 3 players are all part of this world. They've all been on this world. The only thing I can't determine is which is the oldest. Because the oldest would have to be the one that created the world. Well, the one that's been on the longest, whichever comes first. Um, okay, so let's go into the nether. But anyway, I was playing on this cursed world, and I had seen something out of the corner of my avatar's eyes. Which it wasn't out of the corner of my eye, it was out of the corner of my character's eyes. And it was a yellow streak, and I didn't know what it was, so I turned in that direction, and there was nothing yellow. Like, there was no flowers or anything. So I figured that was kind of weird. So I go on my day, and next thing I see a blue streak go by my character's face. Like, okay, that's even weirder. So I go over there, nothing blue. The only thing blue was the sky, and you couldn't really see that. So that I don't know what was happening there, but I'm pretty sure it was a creepypasta. That or just me fucking not seeing something. There's also been a mod that despawned as well. But I highly doubt it, seeing as this was like the old version of like the game. I also used to play on a world where I would always get black sheep. It was funny. Like, it was just a world that constantly generated black sheep for no reason. It was just how it was. I don't think it works anymore. In fact, I always have a habit of sacrificing black sheep because I don't like them. Also, fun fact, if you put a illager or an invoker near a blue sheep, it'll turn that blue sheep red. Don't ask me why, it just does this. It's an Easter egg. I also know if you name a Vindicator Johnny, it'll go on a rampage. There's a lot of unique Easter eggs. Also, fun fact, if you name a bunny Toast, it'll get a different texture. So, yeah. Go on and name your bunny Toast. You mind, the Toast name tag is essentially an Easter egg to one of the creator's pet rabbits. Okay. By the way, the reason I always crouch when on a 1x1 platform is so I don't fall off. If you're ever wondering, I'm very clumsy. So I will always fall off the 1x1 platforms. We're almost there. Just keep going, just keep going. What was that saying from like Finding Nemo? Just keep moving, just keep moving. Or no, it was just keep swimming, swimming, just keep swimming. I love that. Like, just keep going. This is essentially what the message of that freaking movie was. Like, no matter how hard life gets, just keep going forward. Which was such an inspirational movie. If you don't know what Finding Nemo is, it is a story about a fish. That's it. Basically, the story is there are two clownfish, and both of them are male. Well, the youngest one is named Nemo, and the oldest one is his father named Marlin, which is kind of funny if you think about it, because Marlin's a type of fish. But anyway, he would basically what would happen is Nemo would go missing because he was essentially kidnapped by a scuba diver for basically being for being a pet. That's it. The scuba diver just wanted a pet fish. So he kidnapped Nemo and basically brought him to Sydney, Australia, somehow. And also, the diver was a dentist, which was weird. And so, anyway, Marlin had to go on this whole adventure just to find out where he was. And when he found out, he freaking tried to organize an escape for Nemo. But yeah, that was basically it. There's also a character named Dory. Dory would always forget things, which is actually accurate for her species of fish. Because I can't remember what her species was called, but she was mostly blue with bits of like black streaks and yellow on her fins. And I know those types of fish are very territorial, but they also forget things as well. They will forget things. Also, fun fact about clownfish: if the breeding female dies at any point, the breeding male, which is usually the biggest male, basically becomes a female. And then the second breeding male, who usually is like one of the weaker, like the second strongest essentially, is essentially becomes the new breeding male. And keep in mind, clownfish can go in between male and female basically at will. They are freaking weird ass fish. Basically, clownfish are hermaphrodites when they're born, meaning they're both male and female. They choose which gender they want to be, depending on the needs of the colony. And usually they choose male. But if there's no female, they will choose female. And I know there's like other types of fish that do similar things, where they will go from female to male. I know seahorses do it for the same reasons, but it's a little more nuanced. But what other animals do that? I know there's a jellyfish that can switch its age depending on like if it's injured or not. In fact, that's also called the immortal jellyfish. It was given the nickname immortal jellyfish for that reason. It's essentially immortal. It can never die unless you eat it. Uh, just so you know, fish are weird. They are weird creatures. Because essentially they operate like like it's an alien world down there. If you go into the ocean, it's weird. There's a lot of weird fish. I know there's another fish that essentially is called the ghost fish. And it can move its head about 180 degrees around its head. Basically, it can look straight up without moving its head upwards. And the reason it can do this is because its main head is translucent. So it can just move its eyes up to the top of its head and look up. There's also another fish that is also weird. Basically, fish are weird. That's all you need to know. I don't know why I went on a tangent about fish being weird. Uh, anyway, I'm collecting the gold. Because you never know when you need gold in Minecraft. I'm just glad gold got another use besides freaking armor and tools, which are useless. Gold armor and tools are useless. The only useful thing they had going for them was the beacon, because they were a cheap way to make beacons. Because you usually got a lot of gold, but like very little of anything else. Okay, so we got that. Okay. I can hear something walking. Besides me, that is. I don't know if it's just in my head or something. But yeah, I can hear something walking around. Okay, so let's get through here. Thing is, I don't know where there's another door for this. It's not up there. Basically, this is to an iron door, I believe, which I don't know where that would be. It could be in like the other area. Just so you know, I waited there until the thing went off. So, I don't like this area. Okay. There's Red Steve. So let's go back over here for a bit, and okay, so that should be it. Basically, all I did was wait for a little bit. Sorry, I moved closer to my mic. Got some iron armor, which is good. And apparently my helmet disappeared. They took my helmet. So all I had was a gold chest plate. Which was weird. Let's get going here. So let's see, this way. Which way was that? Was it this way? Nope, this is spawn. Here we go. The way out. Got another pickaxe from that, by the way. Let's mine these 2 front blocks first. I need some chicken. Mine these 2 front blocks, then we can mine the one above us. The reason I'm mining it this way is because so nothing drops on my head. It's actually a good way to avoid things like lava in Minecraft. Is just mine the first 2 blocks ahead of you. Then, like, if you see anything dangerous, just block off the area near you so it can't get through. Okay, there we go. We're through. It's that simple. Okay, so there's the lava. Some more gold. I'm going to be a rich man when I get back to the overworld. there anything else? Okay then, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed this map. Uh, this is made by Enderlight Steve. His next map is Blue Steve. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye! I'm going through the overworld.